Is it normal to not have any friends as an adult? I'm a guy who is turning 30 in less than 2 months. All of my friends have drifted away and started families. Other people I have asked said it's normal to not have any friends as an adult. Is this true? Seems really boring. I mostly just work and then go home. It's more common than the world of television would have you believe. Lots of people have acquaintances without any real and deep friendships. It's normal as in it's increasingly common. But that doesn't make it a good thing or something you should just settle for. I am 38, and don't have a single person I could call up and say, hey, let's go do something besides my wife. I have lots of acquaintances, but no one I can truly call a good friend. And it's not by choice. I attempt to make friends as an adult, but it's worse than dating. I would say it's pretty normal. I'm 31 and I only have one close friend and we don't even live in the same city. For a Redditor, only situation possible. It comes in waves. To be honest, it happens at periods of life when people go off to college and then later have kids. And career changes, etc. There are a lot of ways to make new friends, like joining activities, clubs, or things to do with your hobbies and interests. Am 34, can confirm, 0 friends. There's a difference between common and normal. It's certainly common for older men, yes. 30s is older for the purposes of this to lose touch with friends. University friends travel to jobs. Close friends have children and start to only hang out with other parents. You do actually have to put some work in to find new friends and form those connections. But a lot of us just work and go home. I'm 32 and I don't really have friends anymore. I do stay in contact with a few old friends, but we don't see each other often. Honestly, it's really nice. I'm pushing 60 and have basically one deeply close friend, my wife. The rest are a small number of less deeply close friends and a few acquaintances. Growing up my neurotic, I suspect undiagnosed bipolar mom didn't let me have friends over, interact, etc. So eventually I just kind of gave up making friends and made the ones I do have through, well, pretty much my wife. Otherwise, I generally hate people and don't seek out friendship. 25 here and haven't had any friends for around 8 years and have owned an Xbox since I was 13 and had nobody on my friend list to this day. I feel your pain. I think to make friends it's like dating. You have to put yourself out there. Go places. Join clubs, etc. Stuff I would be scared to do myself. It's typical that friendships fade as people get older. Especially those who are single, those in relationships, and those who have kids. You tend to hang out with people when you have the time because adulting is exhausting with those who have a similar lifestyle. Or, at least that's what I've seen amongst myself and people I know. It sucks, but I would recommend finding new friends in activities such as a sports league or try meet-up groups. I guess if you hadn't any friends but didn't want any, that wouldn't be abnormal. But it shouldn't be normalized for people who don't want it. I don't think. I think for most people it's very unhealthy, and it may be a coping mechanism to say it's normal. I basically have no friends. I'm in my 40s. I'm told by many people that I'm fun to be around, a nice person, and I like to give back to the community. I have friends. I attribute it to raising kids for years, being kind of an introvert and a bit socially anxious, and just being too busy for it. I haven't had any deep, close friends since I was in my mid-20s. That said, I'm not unhappy. I'd love to have friends, but I am okay. Happens. But I don't think it's normal. Join a club, do some sports, meet people, find some friends. Good luck. Mid-60s. One friend. Gave up the rest long ago. Too much drama and gossip. Women. Guess maybe men are gossips also. Sure feels like it. Someone once said that making friends in his 30s was one of Jesus' miracles. I laughed. You get rid of the bad ones. Find new ones. Everyone gets married, has kids, or moves. It's not skateboards and Wu-Tang anymore. It's bills and responsibilities. YMMV. I would say it is normal to have fewer friends. If you only work and go home, then you are partly to blame. You have to get outdoors to meet new people, make new friends. I think it's normal in that many Redditors are in the same situation. I don't think it's healthy though. It was a huge issue in my last relationship. Because he didn't have friends. There was a lot of pressure on me to be everything in his life, and that was exhausting. I think you can get by in life without friends. And feel like it's okay. But once you get friends, you'll realize what you were missing out on. It's really nice having someone to talk to. I have close friends at 37 for like 20 years. You drift apart. I see all of them maybe 5 or 6 times a year. I've got one true friend and I wouldn't trade her in for 10 other friends. If you get someone to truly care, stick with them. Worth it. Try picking up hobbies. It's the best way to meet people, especially if you're not jiving with anyone from work. It's pretty common, but not very healthy. Studies on happiness show that quality relationships are the biggest factor in whether someone feels happy and fulfilled in life. Do something about it. And work on getting at least a couple friends. Sounds like you would appreciate them. You don't have nearly as many friends when you get older, and they are not as good either. It's a shame, really. It might be common, but it sounds slightly pejorative to opine on whether it's normal. If you are unhappy not having any friends, then it is a problem to be solved. If you are content, then it's fine and not uncommon. If you are bored, there are lots of things I like to do by myself: hike, read, go to movies. But there are other things I like to do with friends, like discuss the books, movies, have conversations, etc. You have to put in the work for friends and accept that some won't want to reciprocate. What stuff are you interested in? Join some groups that do that shit. Accept that making new friends now, much like dating, it's not normal. I have autism and I literally don't have any form of social life. So I believe it takes to be a mentally dysfunctional person like myself to not have any friends. I always thought it was weird that my parents didn't have any real friends, and then I became an adult and all of my friends drifted on with their own lives, and we still talk and occasionally see each other, but not often, which is exactly how it was with my parents. I remember them having friends over on a few occasions, but only rarely throughout my entire childhood. Maintaining friendships requires a lot of effort from both parties, and there will be periods of sometimes years where you have to put in an uneven amount of effort because people go through other shit and you're not their priority. So it can drift. But if both parties give each other benefit of the doubt through those times, then friendships can last forever. Think it depends on the person. I'm 37 and still speak daily to my school friends via a WhatsApp group chat. I visit my best friend regularly. I meet up with ex-colleagues when I travel back home, and have current work friends that I get drinks with a few times a month. But I do know people my age that very rarely socialize and have no friends. The way you describe it, they're still your friends. But adult life happens and you sorta drift away from each other. I'm sure if you pick up the phone and give them a call, they're willing to hang out when they have free time. More common than you think. Up to you whether you're okay with it or not.